Sorry, I know we just clapped and we started recording, but I'm just thinking about how my voice, and it's like, this is cosmic punishment because my partner started testosterone about 2 years ago. And, you know, we had some fun with when their voice started dropping and they were just like, their voice was cracking at all times. And I feel like I've received like cosmic, like returns on that. Like it's come back to kick my, they came over on Thursday, last week and they were like, why do you sound like you smoked 3 million cigarettes since I saw you last?
It's yummy.
Yummy. Oh, I'm so full from cigarettes.
Cool.
I'm so full from cigarettes, but one more.
Yummy. One more wouldn't hurt. Oppa Gundam style, everybody, and welcome to Wow Cool Robot, a podcast about Gundam. I'm Max, as always, and joining me this week is...
Sarah, a.k.a. Rook, a.k.a. Sunhaz Junya, a.k.a. Tigers, a.k.a. Honestly, you pick a name you want to call me, I'll probably respond to it.
And this is important. Before we get into literally anything, our good friend Matt GameCube, proprietor of the Noise Space Podcast Network, messaged me the other day.
Oh.
First of all, Rick, did you know that we host our podcasts on YouTube?
On YouTube? I did not know this.
All right. I didn't know it either until Matt sent me this. And on the latest episode of this podcast about the second episode of
the episode Charlia. Yes. I was listening to it today to get myself in there and just to hear your takes on everything. I don't know sorry, before you get into your tangent, my tangent, you had some things to say about Mr. Yonezu's music, specifically, you know, Plasma and Kickback.
Yeah, and I'm going to get got by this for a while, aren't I?
One of the things that you said is that there was a lack of bassiness, which just really...
That wasn't... Go on, sorry.
I know that this, I think I know what you meant. The word choice just made me laugh because when I think of Kickback, the very first thing I think is that chunky, meaty bass riff that starts the song off.
Yeah, no, I don't know music terms enough. For me, it doesn't feel heavy enough. Like, the bass line of Kickback, that shit rocks. That shit's so good.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's these really fast drums, but you don't get any, like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like there's much, like, bass to the drums itself. And I think that's what I meant to say.
That's fair.
So
Yeah. Just I figured what you meant. I was just like, ooh, rough choice of words on that one. No, also, shout out to the Hero My Hero Academia OP #2 peace sign. I did not know that was him until I looked that up recently.
That was also no shit.
I believe so. If I'm not mistaken.
My favorite was always Make My Story.
Yeah, it's Kensho Yonezu, which it sounds very distinct from the two OPs that he's done recently because there's not like the double layered vocals on that one to my recollection. Well, there are on like the ohs in the back, but like the main vocal track does not have the double layers that Kickback and Plasma do. Yeah. I'm a heavier writer for Plasma than you are, but you know, I respect, you know, it takes all kinds. Yeah. Anyways.
You have to agree with me in some respect to be on the show. That's the perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
So commenting on this YouTube video, which first of all, commenting on a YouTube video for a podcast that the host didn't know was on YouTube in the first place, interesting tactic.
Yeah.
The username is the President Donald J. Trump. Profile image is Trump's second presidential portrait. So you already know we're in for a treat.
Oh yeah.
And they say, I like how their only fan is a Trump supporter. And Matt responds on the Noise Case account, what are you talking about, brother? And this account responds, I just find it funny how much hatred you have for people like us when I'm the only person watching this podcast on here. Like, fucking, how do you listen to a Gundam show? This has to be some stupid, like, 15-year-old internet troll. I can't fucking fathom that someone with those actual beliefs would, like, wholeheartedly listen to this Gundam show specifically about any Gundam show and think, yeah, I'm the good guy here. I'm the protagonist of reality.
Okay, but Max, counterpoint. What is the number one meme to come out of all of Gundam, even to the point of the name of your podcast? The biggest cultural export of Gundam in the US, at least. I'm not going to say in Japan because that's the biggest cultural export of Gundam in Japan is Gundam. The biggest cultural export of Gundam in the biggest cultural export of Gundam in the US is a meme about people missing the point.
Yeah. So I guess
this guy just hasn't seen the edit of Kaiselia's head getting blown off while the the Fox on NFL. Sorry, I'm not supposed to spoil other Gundams. I don't think.
Yeah, oh no, that's fine. If we talk about it on this show, it's certainly fine.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
her ribcage fucking came back. Like
her hand.
Come on, dog.
Back, but yeah.
The show hates you and we hates you.
Yeah. Explosion attack.
Again, Shaw rocket launcher, go.
So before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode, I just want to share a funny Gundam story that has happened. Because I haven't watched much Gundam in the time since. I've watched like the first 7 episodes of Gundam Wing twice, which, I mean, shout out to Gundam Wing. A of L, Duo Maxwell, you are a woman to me. B of L, I really love a protagonist who shows up and says, "What's up? I'm 19. I'm here to kill myself every day of my life."
It's so good. Hero's so funny.
The other thing, though, is that I watched the first season of Iron Blooded Orphans with my partner, Amadeus. Shout out Amadeus.
I remember that show.
Yeah, I did a handful of episodes on it. Dilt, Dad I Like to Trust. We all remember these bits.
We got some good ones, huh?
But I got Orga and Zamazenta.
Orga Zamazenta, maybe one of the fucking top 10 podcast moments I've ever had.
But so we get to the end. So spoilers for the last couple episodes of season 1. If you want to skip ahead like 20 seconds, we get to the end of the episode where Biscuit fucking explodes. And Amadeus just looks at me with all the confidence in their eyes and is like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I bet he's fucking dead," because they somehow missed the part where he was like in half. He would have been cut in half, hamburger style. And then like we see I'm like, and I just like make a fucking face at them, and I'm like, "Oh," and then the next time on is like Cookie and Cracker crying over his casket, and it's like, oh, you whiffed on this one.
Oof a doof.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, nobody's nerfing. Not all of our media predictions will land. Thankfully, being on this show, you kind of get a sort of plenary indulgence of always being right.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I love being correct.
One
more thing to be correct about. I don't want to talk too much about the episode 2. But I do just want to say, can we just talk briefly about how Char taking the OG Gundam is like one of the most powerful cucking moves in human history? He could not have. He would have if he had fucked Amuro's wife in front of him. It would have been less cucked to steal your man's Gundam from across timelines.
It's so crazy to me because I mean, like, you gotta wonder what was going on with Amuro in this case. Maybe we'll find out eventually. I kind of doubt we will. Part of me is like, I don't know if we ever will, because it's like he's almost unimportant here, which is a completely wild thing to say.
This is fair.
I just love that the whole time. I love that the whole time Char just like. I mean, he's enjoying being in the Gundam and being powerful, but he's like, "Oh, nasty Federation robot. I don't like this one."
Yeah. The thing is, I don't want them to address Amuro. I want them to leave that be. I don't know that they will. Yeah. I hope that this season, like, this series is already like so fucking short. Like, what, 13 episodes? Like,
just 12 or 13.
And I don't know if that 13 includes episode 2, the red Gundam, the white Gundam. Whatever. But like, I really hope that I'm wrong here, but I feel like they're going to address whatever Amuro's up to in some way, shape, or form. Like Hypebeast Haro is just gonna pop out like a Princess Leia hologram of him. Yeah.
Did you know you could order that beanie at one point in time?
You can't anymore? I can't order that beanie anymore?
I mean, so from Premium Bandai, you could order like the official one, but like you can probably get a fucking Etsy, someone on Etsy will definitely have your back. I like his little elephant; it's cute. I told Katie, and she got excited. So
yeah, they gotta start selling that again. If this show does gangbusters, like that's what Machu is wearing too. It's her hat.
Yeah, it's Machu's cool hat.
Yeah.
And speaking of Machu, I got a little summary written up for Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuX Episode 3, Machu and Clan Battle. GQuuuuuX.
I've been saying it like the guy from Storage Wars goes, yup.
Yeah, that's what's fun too. Is like I feel like every guest pronounces it a slightly different way.
Yeah,
it's a very good title. So in this one, after Xavier gets captured by the MPs in Azuma Colony, Chalia Bull decides to move the Sodan into Colony airspace to personally pay a visit to Cameron Bloom to negotiate his release. Machu, weighing whether or not to participate in clan battle, decides to take the risk because she wants to see the Kira Kira again, as she calls it. She meets a mysterious guy named Shuji, who's the current pilot of the Red Gundam. He has no money to eat and enters clan battle with Machu in order to pay for the access key he tried to buy from Nyan with money he doesn't have. And during the battle, Machu's able to see the Kira Kira again with Shuji's help and wins. It feels like a lot less happened than last week, just because, like, it's not a 1 year long flashback.
Yeah, it's not the 1 year war in an episode. But I let me say it to start. I liked it. I love Shuji's design. Very simple, but I love this. I love this strange little boy.
I fucking Conch. Oh, I love that freaky little guy with fax machine noises.
He's got a fucking crustle on his head.
He has a crustle on his head. He's gonna hit that shell smash. Something crazy gonna come out.
Yup.
Yeah. I first of all, I love that it does the Star Wars thing of like he talks to it and it just makes a fax machine noise and he says, "Oh yeah, of course, I understand."
Yeah. It's R2.
I speak droid. Yeah, it's
you look at that boy and tell me he doesn't know how to speak robot.
Yeah, I really like that. I mean, just the immediate question is like, how the fuck did this guy get to be the pilot of the Red Gundam?
Right. But we should work our way to that because I think this episode will benefit from us going in order.
Yes.
For starters, Xavier is a fucking buster. That dude is a scrub. Like, this is the least cool dude to ever be named Xavier.
A bit cringe with it. Xavier Olivet, your ass is under arrest, and we took a really silly mugshot of you. He got badly. He
did get got quite badly. And they're like, oh, fucking, what's his designation? Like, he's somebody in Zeon, and he's like, oh, some fucking 2-bit chicken McNobody in Zeon, huh? Oh, that's crazy.
He's like, I forget what his rank is. I mean, we know he's like top of his class at the Flanagan Institute, so he's ostensibly like a good enough new type. Not good enough to not have your shit stolen right from under your nose and get arrested immediately afterwards. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Do better next time.
Like bare minimum new type qualifications. Like 2 years experience required. This man has 2.001 years experience. Exactly. Not that new types are measured in experience, but he's just above he's just above the brainwave requirement.
He's a little baby just born.
Yeah. He's small.
Yeah, as he's like kind of chilling, we see the Sodan crew, and they're talking about how, well, we can't just ask for him back. And they're all kind of like sort of hemming and hawing about it. And then like Chalia Bull goes, how's the weather in there? You guys, I have an idea.
Let's just go.
Let's just get him.
Like, it's the opposite of you can just leave. Like, you can just go.
You can just come in. It's fine.
Yeah. If it sucks, get him out of there.
If it sucks, bust through the bricks.
If it sucks, get the GQuuuuuX.
I'm gonna become... If it sucks, get the Quux. We don't really get the resolution of that yet. Instead we cut to Machu, who had it. This one, I don't know why this whole scene, this transition kind of like took me out of it, but I was like, it's so fucking weird seeing a Gundam protagonist have like a sort of like stereotypical anime home life of just like a mother and taking a bath and like I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Right, she has a mom. Like
she has a mom. She's not already a soldier. Like
right. I'm enjoying my notes here, which is that like Machu's mom kind of a MILF. Reblog, and then 2 lines later, not that much of a MILF. Reblog. I'll like it though.
Problematic MILF.
She's working long hours at office. She has to keep a roof over their head. She has to keep food in her daughter's tummy.
That's true. But yeah, she's like she works for the colony. Like we see her. I don't know if she's the driver, but I think she's like in the front seat when Cameron and sexual Chalia Bull are talking later on. But,
I watched this episode twice. I somehow did not catch that.
Yeah, she's like in the car in the front with them.
She might be the driver.
She's in the right seat, and since it's Japanese, I assume that.
Listen. Who among us has not acted as the driver? Like who has not been the personal chauffeur for the CEO of Raytheon?
That's true. Yeah, The average American's favorite pastime.
Right. Yeah. Average American has to work 2 years as the Raytheon CEO chauffeur.
Exactly. But Machu has a pretty busy life aside from all of the crazy shit that just happened to her. Like, she's going to a cram school. She doesn't have a part-time job like all of her other friends, but you can tell she's kind of like, I mean, we already know this from the first episode, but she doesn't like her boring ass regular confined space life.
Yeah. Who among us? If I was living in a space age like that, I would be like, man, I gotta study. I gotta get out there. Like, I can't listen. Like the thing would be like, I cannot study vector calculus at this moment. And then, like, by the way, vector calculus would actually probably get me up to space quicker than any other method I could handle. Right. Like, my ass is not a Gundam protagonist. I am not getting the new type flash. I am getting in the GQuuuuuX and getting turned into a fine red mist within like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's not going to end well for me, I fear.
No.
So we cut over to the Pomeranians, and they're looking at the GQuuuuuX. Like, I think this is the sort of flashback to before. It kind of goes back and forth of like Machu chilling at home, and then like her talking with the Pomeranians. I guess like the night before she left. One of them says,
these are her ruminations in the bath.
Yes, yeah, she's having thoughts. One of them, as they're looking at the Quooks, they say it's got teeth. What could that mean? Or I'm sorry, that first line, they say it's got teeth, and that was me editorializing. What the fuck could that mean? Because you can kind of see, if you look at it, it has these sort of like white panels on the side of its face that kind of do look like a jaw. So yeah, that's concerning. And knowing that
I'll be brave here. I would let the GQuuuuuX take a chunk out of me. Like,
it can. Yeah. There's no reason not to find out, right?
Right. Like, come on. Like, listen, if the GQuuuuuX offers you a bite, you taking that shit, you're going to curve her shit. You're 2 drinks deep. Like, I wish I could fucking recite the Mott from Communism Kills post.
Yeah, Communism Kills is not going to get in that Gundam.
No. Communism Kills, I hate following you. I am not helping you with your Gundam piloting.
Communism Kills is the other YouTube commenter on this podcast.
What's Communism Kills up to these days? What is?
Hopefully nothing.
I gotta check their blog. Sorry, I gotta see.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't heard from them in a hot minute.
Yeah. Let's see. They have a. Oh fuck! I accidentally followed them. I clicked.
Oh no!
I tried to scroll down their page, but the page loaded in between me having the brain impulse of click the button and actually clicking the button, and it moved the follow button directly under my. Okay, I've unfollowed her. She made a Substack back in 2022, and then also posted something that says 13 years 2 years ago. So glad that they seem to have logged off.
Good.
You know, for someone whose name Communism Kills, it's kind of crazy to have your logo be a hammer and sickle.
I know. Yeah, it's like it's
mixed messaging.
I get what they're going for, but yeah, it's a little
Yeah. Anyways, that's enough of a side. That's a detour.
Yeah. So we're looking at the Gundam.
They're looking at the Gundam. They say they say how the fuck do you pronounce this thing? And they're like Quux. I think it's a placeholder, and I'm told that like GQuuuuuuX is actually like I could be. This is secondhand, so I could be completely out my ass here, but I do think that I did hear from someone else who knows more about programming than I do that Quux is like a placeholder variable sometimes.
Yeah, it's like foo and bar, and it's So the fact that they're sort of like saying, hey, this thing has teeth, and hey, we don't know what this thing's real name is, and something's wrong with this machine. Yeah. And I'd like to get to the bottom of it quite
This is going to be... Amuro built this in his garage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Machi doesn't really care. She's just like, hey, I gotta go home. And she only gets annoyed once they start saying, oh, yep.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I liked it. I don't know all their names yet, but the guy who looks like Junior Lieutenant Surge, is hacking into the GQuuuuuX, and he's like, oh, there's a self-destruct program, and I just appreciate the self-destruct program like warning about there being a self-destruct program.
Yeah, and then it lets you look a little bit into the thing before it finally starts.
It's like, hey, you go a couple more steps, I'm gonna blow this whole thing to smithereens. Like you think the fucking Saikamu blast that took out the fucking what the fuck was it? The Psychomu Blast that like...
The Zek Nova.
The Zek Nova, yes. You listen, you want to see a Zek Nova, you can... I'll let you dig 2, maybe 3 layers deeper. I'm feeling a little generous tonight. But if you think you're going 4 layers deep, no. Explosion.
Unzip my files if you dare. Okay, so
I see that. I see that fucking unpaid for WinRAR program you're running over there. Don't you fucking run me through that. Listen, you pay the premium, I might let you in.
So Anki is Jessie. She's like the leader of the
Yes,
gang.
I need her badly.
Jezzy is the glasses guy.
Yes, I love him. Voiced by, I could not find a super prominent voice for him, other voice for him. I did see that he is voiced by the same guy who voices Lind L. Taylor in Death Note.
Oh, cool. Tremendous. I don't know if it's supposed to be Kane or Kaine. That's the blonde kid with like
the one who looks like Lieutenant Surge.
Yes, and then Nabu is the one who looks like just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Nabu is John Doe. And also Pomeranian's name is Pomeranian. That's good.
Yeah.
We gotta know that.
And Anki voiced by Maria Issei, just noting. Anyways.
Okay. They're kind of being like, oh yeah, a little kid like you with a curfew, we don't need you around. And then she kind of gets all pissed about it. But she's like, oh, like, I mean, I kind of want to do it too, because I gotta get back in that soup. And I also don't want to get reported by Jessie.
Yeah. I need the suit. And she's just like, she's in the bath and like a very, like, obviously the way that baths are almost always rendered in anime is like just a flat plane of opaque water and then someone's head. But like the way that it's angled is that it's like, you see like the wispy shadow of the rest of her body in the water. But when I say wispy shadow, I mean it literally looks like a ghost tail. And then like half of her bowling ball head sticking out of the water. It's very funny.
Big ass head.
I am sending her down the alley and getting a 7-10 split. I'm doing the fucking like bowling ball polishing thing to her from Big Lebowski.
You do it, and then like the animation on the screen is like the GQuuuuuX like blowing the dome off of a Zaku with the heat hawk.
Yeah. Gotta shine her up before she goes into clan battle.
Yeah, you gotta polish that thing. And just as she's like in the bath ruminating on this, her mom comes in and says, hey, it's 10 p.m. There's a work emergency. I gotta go. As we immediately cut to Sodon busting through.
It's so fun. The way when they cut to the interior and like the bridge command. I mean, I imagine Chalia is like the actual commander, but like the person like the big fancy bright Noah chair on the bridge, just like with like pinching the bridge of their nose so severely as the guy fucked. Manning the wheel is like, yeah, I was just fucking doing my job. I'm making $23 an hour doing this, and I'm not about to fucking stop.
I'm not earning enough Kycilia bucks for
sorry,
this shit.
23 heights per hour.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we don't know the exchange rate. We just know they do still have funny coins.
Yeah. I have another just calls Charlie like median Zeon leading figure. Just fucking just blast through, do it, whatever. Who give a shit?
And as they bust through, we hear someone saying, like some newscaster saying, well, because of the SOFA agreement, it's technically Zeon-controlled airspace. So they're not, like, gonna get in trouble for doing this. It's just kind of a dick move, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's just, like, getting everyone on... Like, the way they talk about things where it's like, are we going to re-enter an era of occupation? They have not yet deployed Minovsky particles. I think there's, like, a good little egg of world building in those moments where it's like, okay... This used to be just like a monitored airspace. This law used to be a bit more martial than it currently is. And and Chalia just like walking in with his dick out like this is possibly ratcheting up some tensions. And this is the thing where it's like, this right here, I understand it would be a completely different show if it was 24 episodes and they had the time to worry about this, but like, I feel like what I want to see is like some other party's reaction to this, like beyond just like the newscasters. Like I want to see, because this is just like something, this feels like a flagrant thing. I'm like, it doesn't need to be, but this is kind of where I'm lamenting the shortness of this season, because I feel like there's just not runway for these things to be, I don't know. I'm happy with the idea, but
I get what you're saying, because Izuma Colony, this is like, Side 6 is independent. They did not like formally side with Zeon in the 1 year war. So
Right.
Zeon is in charge of the space sphere. So technically, they like Izuma falls under their control, even though they're like ostensibly neutral. So this is something like busting through a Zeon colony would be bad enough, but like doing this to a neutral colony, that is definitely the kind of thing. If everyone's like, hey, this is maybe not a cool thing to do.
Right.
What's going to be the fallout of this? And I've been saying I'm fine with the show being 12 episodes. If it was planned from the beginning to have 12 episodes, ultimately the show length matters less to me than
the
like,
show
the
quality,
actual pacing and the red. Yeah, but I do. You're always going to want more, right?
Right. No, absolutely. And I just think that like that kind of like, I think this sort of like, to like, you said like, you had been like a comment earlier about like how like, wait, Machu has like a stable home life. And I feel like the fact that she's not already a child soldier with a broken ass home life is like kind of part and parcel with like, cause like, if Machu was part of like another soldier, there'd have to be another faction here. And once you start saying the word factions, it's like, we need more than 12 episodes runway. I feel like I'm sure there's stuff that has dealt with factions in a 12 episode run, but, I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, I think, you think of short Gundam shows. A short Gundam show is 24 episodes. This is like a baby. This is a Happy Meal size Gundam.
Yeah,
show,
the next Gundam show will be premiered as a series of 12 YouTube shorts.
You can watch it exclusively on TikTok. So the next scene, we see Neon. We still haven't fucking learned her name yet, but you simply gotta. We haven't even learned Machu's name yet either, but. There's no way to talk about these characters without looking things up.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's getting chewed out by her handler in her,
by her
like,
asshole
fake Uber
Grubhub
Eats
boss.
job.
Yeah,
who just has that like he has like the fucking just like the downturned frown, just like speaking out the side of his mouth, like you fucked up one more job.
This is the type of guy to say if you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
Oh, absolutely. We're staying late, everybody. So she has another job, and she has to deliver another hard drive, and I'm sure it won't be relevant to the plot whatsoever.
Nothing bad will happen.
We see Machu, again, regular fucking school. Completely standard to anime, normal, like, homeroom, classroom.
Her classmates, like, staring out the window and being like, oh, the fighter ship's kind of cute. The big ship is kind of cute.
It's kind of cute. I
can't disagree. It's cute.
I love the line of someone's like, it's like ruins in the desert. And another girl goes, the pyramids? I'm like, you're close. Maybe this fucking sphinx right next to it, perhaps.
The spink.
The point. Spink.
Spink.
And then Machu gets a new type spink as she's like thinking about things.
As she's looking up Chara Aznabel on Wikipedia.
Sorry, you mean Foolipedia.
Yes, apologies, Foolipedia. Why is it Foolipedia?
I don't know. That's just what it was called when she like Googled illegal hard drive in the first episode.
I that in that like I knew that this was some other like Sunrise and another studio were working in collaboration here, and I was like, wait, did Trigger work on this? Because I'm immediately thinking, Fooly Gainax.
Yeah, FLCL.
But I mean, I know Anno did an episode.
Yeah,
is he doing more? What is Anno's involvement with this?
He is. He's like involved. I don't know if he worked on Fooly Cooley. Anno is one of the writers of GQuuuuuX.
Okay, yeah. Anno did not work in Fooly Cooley, but his protege was like the director of it. He did also voice the cat in the show.
Oh, perfect. There you go. Follow the money. It's all connected.
Yep. We got it. We got it in there. But sorry, I just the idea of Chara Aznabel having a Wikipedia page that you can look at in universe as a historical figure is just so fucking funny.
Really good. Like
it's beautiful.
You know that game. You know that game you can play with Wikipedia where it like gives you a random page and you have to like find another page they choose. It's like, I gotta find Snickerdoodle cookies and they put me on Chara Aznabel to start. God damn it. Really and then it just makes you think like, does fucking Makuve have a Gundam page? Does fucking Daegwin Zadi have a Gundam page?
Does Kukuru's Don't have a Wikipedia page?
It does, but the layout's completely fucked.
Who is the least important character in 79 to have a Wikipedia page? / who is the most important character that does not have a Wikipedia page? I mean,
I feel like Temray.
The real answer to that question is probably a lot of people who were involved on the white base side of the 1 year war.
Fucking Job John doesn't have a Wikipedia page for sure.
No. I feel like there are just like certainly forgotten names of that era that were not really big enough to merit a fucking. It's been so long since I watched 79. Who was the big boy who went out early in 79?
You're thinking of Ryu Jose. I
am thinking of Ryu Jose. Does Ryu Jose have a Wikipedia page?
I feel like he does only because he was KIA.
That's true. Yeah, he was an active combatant.
Mm-hmm. I feel like all the at least main kids definitely have a page. Maybe like the old commander who dies badly in the first episode doesn't, because he's like he was just there and then pieced out, and then fucking Bright Noah has a honestly too long a Wikipedia page. He's editing.
He's editing himself.
He sure is.
Like there's the Twitter, in the universe there's like a Twitter account that's just like monitoring I guess in universe of the version where, well, okay, does Bright Noah have a Wikipedia page in the world where like they lost the 1 year war?
Oh shit, that's true. Definitely not, because he was just like some petty officer who didn't end up getting involved because he wasn't on the white base when Char stuck the beam saber into it.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
Machu gets a new type flash as she's like kind of sees the Kira graffiti.
Yeah,
like, wait a minute, I love
this. The visual representation of new type in this is so good. I love it.
Yeah, it's a very like pleasing pattern. You see it like a lot in the show. So she runs to again a stereotypical sort of Japanese concrete underpass
and sees graffiti.
And she's like, "This is it." And then Shuji comes and says your hair smells good.
I'm gonna send you a video right now, but I was alerted. I was exposed to this a couple of weeks ago, but there is just this clip from basketball of Kevin Durant like pulling up on Trae Young while guarding him, and just the most like it's sensual in a way. Like, and this is what Shuji is doing to Machi. He's just like pulling up on her and just giving her a sniff.
Yes, we got to give Kevin Durant a conch and see what happens. Oh man, that's good.
He's like Kevin Durant's like sticking his hands in Trey's pockets.
he's just hanging out.
Yeah, he's chilling.
Man.
Saturday
that's
with
good.
The boys.
That's funny. He's hanging out with the guys.
Yeah.
And I love immediately he's all weird. First of all, again, Take Designs. He's fucking Adaman from Pokemon Arceus. But immediately, grabs a white spray paint and then just and sprays the Quux right next to the red Gundam. He says, "Hey, you're here too now. Look at that."
And Machi is like, "Oh," I'm in love. I need him badly, severely.
I love when he asks her name. She's like, Machu, and immediately he's like, "Why did I give him my embarrassing childhood nickname? Aw, beans."
Yeah.
Her real name is Amate Yuzuriha, but first of all, that's hard to say.
That's not her name.
Whoa. I just looked outside and there's 3 Mormons walking around. We get them a lot in our neighborhood, honestly. I don't know why.
Yeah?
This is like, I swear, I saw these guys a couple months ago.
Yeah?
Curious. They're nice. They say hi to me and Jimmy sometimes.
I don't see any Mormons outside my window. But one of our...
Keep a lookout, though.
Yeah, one of our neighbors who was just like tending their yard in her backyard just saw Marzipan looking out of our window and just said hi to her, which was delightful. Everyone loves Marzipan.
Marzipan, incredibly photogenic cat.
If you want to see images of Marzipan, go to sunhatzhenya.bsky.social and you can view the baby tortoiseshell Marzipan making all kinds of dumb as fuck faces.
Yay!
Oh yeah, I got a cat since I was last on the podcast. That happened.
Yeah, Stan Marzipan.
Stan Marzipan. She's a little
Marzistan.
Marzistan.
Speaking of cats, Nyan shows up now.
Nyan shows up.
And says 5,000 heights for the hard drive, and he says, "I have 1." Machu knocks it away. "I have 0." Yeah.
She's like, "You guys can't do a drugs deal. I was talking to him."
Fresh out, chief. Sorry, can't pay for this.
And the fucking look on his face, and he's like, "Oh, that was all my money." Like, it's a single. I need to be clear. It is a single coin. Like, how So, like, my go-to whenever I am in this is Pokemon training. Like, my go-to whenever I encounter a currency that is made up in an anime, I just kind of assume that they are just using this as a stand-in for yen. But, like, does 50,000 yen have 50,000 yen has a note. Like, this is a fucking coin. Has the inflation just gone that crazy?
This is like 100 yen coin.
Yeah.
Me dollar. And
you can get a 5,000 yen coin, but it's only used for commemoratives.
Bro, I was gonna say that's like a special.
Yeah, it's a challenge coin.
As a challenge coin, I was gonna say commemorative Shinzo Abe blown to death challenge coin.
Front of coin Shinzo Abe, back of coin doohickey.
Exactly. Imagine she goes out in the GQuuuuuX and pulls out the fucking doohickey, that's the beam rifle. Getting the contraption out. So her plan immediately is, okay, well, you have no money and you have to deliver this anyway.
Because he also like
battle.
Because she's like, oh, was that all of his money? And he just like does starving white woman tummy grumble.
Yeah, baby hungry.
Yeah, and then like Nyan has like Nyan is like, I need to think about this for a second, and he like runs over to the wall, and there's like a little fucking shitty drawing of Machu looking like the dumbest motherfucker on the planet, and Shuji also making a dumb face, having like a box on his head, and also just like patches all over his shirt that are not there in real. He's
like a box of oranges, I think.
Yes. It's an orange box, like
orange?
Yeah.
He's Valve mode. I did turn the Machu emoji, or Machu's face, into an emoji for the Discord, because I saw it and I said, well, I need this one forever now.
Let me hit that. Let me hit.
Yeah, hit that Machu.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god, she looks like fucking. She looks like Johnny from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Oh, fuck. Honestly, and this doodle in Nyan's mind is less round than her real fucking head is.
Yeah.
But she's like, I guess, and then Shuji has to smell her hair.
Yeah, Shuji has to sniff her. Mm-hmm. He needs to make sure they ain't got the government stank on him.
Exactly. So he takes them into his beautiful home, which is just like graffiti concrete tunnels, and Gundam's there.
Great sound. Great, like, I really like the show soundtrack. Great backing track for this scene.
It honestly, I first of all, I mean, I fucking love drum and bass. That's like one of my favorite genres.
Oh, absolutely.
So much of this is like just like sort of like drum and bass, acid, jungle inspired.
Yeah.
It's very light and airy. And again, I know that's like my complaint with the OP, but it's different when it's a backing track. But honestly, every single time a new one starts, I almost feel like it's going to be an insert song. Yeah. Just because it feels so much more like notable and like pay attention to this song whenever you hear a new one come on. But I really love it. It adds such a cool flair to the.
By the way, Matt, can I get you on a drum and bass tip real quick? Just like a jungle tip.
Hit me.
Turquoise Death. You gotta listen to this fucking Turquoise Death. They're I don't remember if it was 2023 or 2024, but their album Se Bueno, like all timer. Just
fuck yeah. I will pull that up when I'm walking BIM after this.
Yeah. It's a good fucking album.
Yeah. So yeah, Gundam's here. Shuji's been the pilot of it, and immediately we cut over Charlie Bull, who's wearing just a downright diabolical fit. Yeah, he got the glasses on and everything.
Yeah, he looks like a gym leader in a bad disguise, trying to pretend to be somebody else. Like, not like he doesn't look as badly disguised as fucking what's his name from Scarlet Violet, but like it's one degree above.
Yeah, he's no Clive, but
yeah, he's got that. To be clear, the degree is not that he is better disguised, but he just has that shit on compared to Clive.
Oh yeah. People are noticing him because they're like, "Oh, goddamn, he's dressing."
Charlie Bulls. I'm calling him Ranch because he be dressing.
That's so true. And he's meeting with fucking Cameron Bloom.
Yeah,
which is already.
By the way, Charlie Bull just like pulls up on him, like.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like we see Cameron. He's like getting in the car that Machu's mom is driving, and Charlie's just like standing there off to the side, like,
"Sup, bro?
I'm here now.
Hey,
mind if I bum a lift?"
Yeah.
And it's so Cameron's like a colony representative now. Doesn't seem to be engaged to Mirai, or at least if he is, we don't know of it. But maybe he is, since all that shit in 0079 didn't actually happen. Maybe Mirai just did continue with her like arranged marriage to him or whatever.
Yeah. God, I forgot. I genuinely forgot that he was. It's been too long since I watched 79. I forgot about this fucking guy.
I mean, he's like so inconsequential. It's more of like, see, these are the kind of cameos that I prefer to like all of the main characters. Just like the sort of like one-off side characters that's more of like an, oh, that's what they're doing now. Instead of like, Amuro's here, Hayato's here, Kai is here.
Yeah.
They're chatting about life and the war, and Cameron asks him, are you still in the thrall of the Red Comet? First of all, yes, he clearly
brother,
is.
It's the Red Comet's world, and we're all just living in it.
Yeah. And he's just being so evasive.
Yeah, and they're just like talking about like extraditing Xavier, right?
Yeah. Kind of extra. Yeah, he's like, bust my boy out. By the way, is there a drugstore nearby? I got to get Band-Aids for him.
I need to endear myself to him by helping to patch him up.
Right. Yeah, and so he basically like kind of gets official like a visa essentially that like allows him to like kind of go free. So we immediately cut to like it's like the steps of the like whatever government building he was being held in.
And Chala is like, hey, you seem. He's like, you seem to wear. We sent you clothes that are absolutely not your speed, and yet you still seem to have that shit on. Would you like a bandage?
Right, Band-Aid for you?
Yeah, a bandage. Bandage.
And then we cut back to Pomeranians. Machu,
yes, as
predicted, wants to get in that damn thing.
Yeah, Anki's fit in this. By the way, just need to shout that out.
Anki is so fucking cool. She is so, like. I mean, you definitely, I guess we might get Jesse the most because he was like in the cockpit with her in the first episode. But like, yeah, Anki just like being, she truly is HBIC.
Yeah.
She looks like, I mean, honestly, she looks less like a gym leader, more like, she reminds me of fucking Lucy from the Battle Frontier in Emerald, like the Viper trainer.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like her cool pants and everything. Oh, she's neat. I like her a lot. And she's like, don't fuck with us. Are you actually doing this? And Machu says, yes, I have a Mav who's coming. We're rattled what Mav kind of means.
Yeah. But it's just like your Battlefield oomphy.
Yeah. Exactly. And then Anki gives her the outfit, the elephant beanie, and the sort of like space jumpsuit, and she's like, this is illegal, so you kind of have to like disguise yourself a little bit. This beanie will cover up your fucking perfectly round head. Yeah.
It will make your head less round.
Right, yeah. It'll disguise your silhouette.
No one will be able to tell it's you. Everyone will be looking for the most spherical head on the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
We just need to give your head a couple of like we don't actually need to contuse your head, but like a couple, like the shape of a couple of contusions.
Right.
Would go a long way to disguising you.
Have to add a few protuberances.
Yeah. Have you ever considered frosting your tips, Machu?
Yeah.
Go a long way.
But she's fucking swagged out with it. Everyone's kind of commenting like, "Damn, she's piloting this thing, huh?"
Yeah.
She's the real deal, they say.
We see Hypebeast Haro. I love him.
Hypebeast Haro, fucking tremendous. I love that he has like speakers on his head.
Yeah. What's Haro bumping in the cockpit? Like what kind of hype music is Haro like play? Is Haro playing Drake?
Oh no! I fear he's playing Drake. Haro's bumping Kendrick. They're all listening to Not Like Us.
Oh yeah.
As Machu's getting ready and like going out, we see Xavier and Shalia just like at a bar, watching this thing because they know that the GQuuuuuX is involved, but then like they all see the red Gundams here and they say, "What the fuck?" Right.
One of the things I found funny about this, like not like a plot hole, I just think it's funny where it, like the screen very clearly says "Clan Battle" in all like in big letters, and Xavier is like, "Isn't that the something or other battle they've been doing?"
Yeah, it's like, don't be obtuse. Come on.
Yeah.
I like the
Red Gundam.
It's the Red Gundam, and they're fighting Clan for Snake Eyes.
Yes.
Which I wonder. We know that like mobile suits and Gundams have 4 eyes. I mean, Zaku's don't, so maybe it's not a good example.
And they're piloting Zaku's, right?
They're piloting Zaku, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's just a cool name.
I mean, if they only have 1 eye apiece.
It's true, and there's only 2. That'd be 2 Snake Eyes.
That would be Snake Eyes.
Double 4 Snake Eyes.
Right, but yeah, they're both. Wait, they were both called Snake Eyes.
Oh no! I mean, like the clan name was Four Snake Eyes.
Oh, the Four Snake Eyes. Okay, so maybe this got four. Maybe this got four Zaku's, and these are just like the two guys.
Zakus. These are only the two.
Maybe next episode they'll have to fight the other two Snake Eyes on a quest for revenge because they exploded their very expensive Zaku's.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you fight Snake Eyes because the one the gun for it isn't so bad, but the one in the fucking depth sucks shit.
Maybe next episode they'll have to fight two big Zams.
Oh, one can hope. And like, as the battle starts, Machu just immediately starts getting owned.
Yeah,
and she's like, you didn't tell me they'd have guns.
Because she's like flitting around like, it's too quiet. I thought we were supposed to fight people. Where the fuck is everybody? And then they this is very obviously visible movement from the far side of the arena. And so she just starts getting blasted.
Yeah.
And launches directly backwards into Shuji, who, by the way, Shuji's battle fit identical to his plain clothes. It's the exact same ratty t-shirt and pants. He can't afford anything. He has no money for trip. Yeah. He has no money for food. He has no money for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And
he
yet,
does not have that shit on.
Hold on now. Not a cent to his name, but I would still call him ranch because he be dressing. I think he has that shit on. He does not need money. He don't need money. He don't need fame. He does not need a credit card to ride this train because the baggy t-shirt, the hair, he's got that shit on. He's dressing.
It works for him.
It does. I'm losing my voice a little bit.
He looks like he's about. Well, actually, you know what? As I said it, I realized I was going to say he looks like he's about to paint a house. But
yes,
he does.
But what's he doing?
He spray paints. He's tagging everything. Of course, he looks like he's about to paint because he does.
Frankly, why does he not have more paint on his shirt?
He's very clean.
Yeah, he's very clean. Yeah.
And we get a little interesting lore dump here about what Mav actually means.
Yeah.
Because Xavier's like, "Hey, wasn't Char your Mav?" And he says, "Oh yeah, this is the thing that we discovered and made up. It's an acronym. We don't know what it means yet, but it's MAV tactic. And basically, with Minovsky particles, you can't use like radar or anything. It's only based on visuals. Mm. So if you have a team of two, you have the surprise until you make that first shot and then you're revealed. So with a team of two, you're kind of always able to sort of keep one obfuscated or like one focused on while the other is able to like do shots. So it's like, it feels weird that like they were the ones to make this up. But then again, I guess they were the ones who are like kind of like using like the best mobile suit in the world. So
yeah, to me, it's one of those things where it's like when you look back at like old mathematics discoveries and you're like, how the fuck was this revolutionary in any capacity? Like this is like no fucking duh.
Sure.
Like, yeah, but like someone had to invent it. We can't just all be like, we all knew this one day.
Xavier, they called me and Char the White Pythagoras. So yeah, they were the first to make up this tactic, and everyone's using it colloquially now. Like people aren't using it with the sort of acronym way that Char and Shalia did, but it's more of just like, it has become slang for like battle partner essentially.
Yeah, it's your battle buddy. It's who you're queuing up with in Fortnite.
Exactly.
It's your duo partner.
It's your duo Maxwell.
It's your duo what? Fuck, sorry, I unplugged my headphones 1 second. I was gonna make a really funny joke. Fuck, where the fuck is... There it is. Jesus Christ, this cord is too short. So many technical difficulties. It's your duo Maxwell, you are a woman to me.
Exactly. So they're fighting and like... Machu's getting like majorly fucked up. She almost hits one of like the sort of space truckers on the perimeter. The flash grenade hits her and she gets blinded temporarily and loses her heat hawk. And she's like, I gotta lock the fuck in. I don't want to die here.
I love the scene when it's like, it just goes dark and black and white, and it's just like, she is like blacked the fuck out in the impacts of this flash grenade, and it's like she is not in physical danger herself, like, she is in, like, positional danger of everything going badly, and Shuji and Yan getting completely fucked over, but like, she's not in danger of dying herself, right? Like, because the head of the Gundam is not typically where the pilots are stored, but it's still just like a really good moment of terror of just like, oh, I can't see or hear anything. Something could just take my head off at a moment's notice.
Yeah. This is not good.
No.
And she's freaking out, and then like,
but then
kind of at her limit, Shuji's like,
a special boy reaches through the soup.
And then we hear that haunting la la, And we see the beautiful Kira, and he says, "You can be like a fish swimming in the sea.
Yep.
You can be completely free."
I did for a half second think that this was going to mean she was going to fly with her eyes closed, like full Luke Skywalker.
Me too! That would have been really cool. I thought that was going to happen as well. So I was going to be like, oh yeah, she's just going to feel it out.
Pardon me for saying this, but like this moment between the two of them, like floating in the new type soup, there's something Yuri going on about it.
I really like this sort of purported like triangle between Shuji and Machu and Neon. So we see Machu and Neon like living in an apartment together in the ending.
Yeah, the ED is great.
It's yeah. I don't know. There's something.
There's some kind of Yuri triangle happening here.
Yeah, I think they're cooking.
Yeah, Shuji, listen. I don't know when you're going to start on estrogen, but listen, I know it's going to do some. I know it's going to do some crazy things to you.
So she's in the soup and she kind of gets clarity and like reaches out and she's able to find her heat hawk and like she's flying towards it and everyone thinks, oh, you're getting the sandwich between the two Zakus. And then she gets a flash and ducks as like Shuji just fucking hucks it into the head of the Zaku that was in front of her.
Well, was it Shuji? I interpreted it as her like the heat hawk was just kind of floating around in like I did not get the impression that Shuji was the one who launched that thing because of the way like they don't like because when they cut back to the Pomeranians and they're like, wait, that thing was just like flying out there. Did she just like lure them into its path? Because I think because it got knocked out of her hands, right? And so it's not just going to come to a stop; it's going to keep like moving in space.
Oh,
and I think that also like it wouldn't make much sense like pacing wise for Shuji to have been the one to throw that without us seeing it because Shuji comes in from like off screen to knock the other guy away from Machu before Four Snake Eyes #2 can hit her.
He also has the fucking Gundam hammer. So, I think you're right. I think it was just like chilling.
I think she used her new type abilities to perfectly angle this trajectory and like the new type flash that she got was just like okay now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So and she like ducks and it like just domes the one Zaku.
Yeah,
it gets
like lodged in the head.
Mm-hmm. And then Shuji just like goes crazy with the Gundam
off the
hammer.
top rope, just comes in like swinging.
Blast that fucking thing.
And then
they win in 5 seconds.
Machu cuts the damn head off. It's over. It's
really
done.
Good.
I'm doing the Vince Carter like walking away from the dunk contest, just like it's over. Just like it's done. It's done.
Yeah. And then they're
I've made 2 whole basketball references on this podcast. I don't even watch that sport very much, but you know what? I know a lot about basketball.
Sports are back. Yeah.
I'm a baseball girly. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
They're number 2 in the MLB this season. By the way, if you wanted to root for it, they're fucking. It's still like they're still only like 30 games into the season, but like they're kicking ass. Mm-hmm. So like,
I believe.
Yeah.
So since this is an illegal battle, everyone's like, okay, go, and like even Shuji as he's leaving, he's like, the Gundam says you better go. Like the whole time he's been kind of saying what the Gundam has been saying. Like he has some sort of link to it.
He's got an aerial type. He's got an aerial type link.
Yeah. Maybe he's talking with Char. Who knows? Maybe Char just like totally melted into the cockpit. Mm-hmm. And he's just like floating around like a narrative.
Perhaps.
And that's like kind of where the, we get credits at that point of just everyone like, there's no resolution. It's just like, all right, time to go. Did you watch the post-episode preview?
I watched like a bit. I think I have it pulled. Yeah, I have it pulled up right now. There is I don't know what's going on here, but someone is talking about Unicum.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, okay, I know it's Latin, but also they did say Unicum.
Yeah.
It means one of a kind. Someone who got 100 ace kills in battle, and the next episode is going to be called The Witch's War. And I find it just interesting that they're already using the word witch, considering Witch from Mercury just happened. Which, it's a fucking word, whatever. But at the same time, it's just I feel like it's going to call to mind that from a lot of fans.
Yeah. There is also a shot of Shuji looking up at his mech like very longingly. Like it looks like he's about to give. He looks like he's about to give it a kissy.
I would give a Gundam a kissy.
I absolutely like. I already said I would let the GQuuuuuuX take a bite out of me. Like a kissy is underneath that. Frankly,
you gotta. One thing I'm excited for. So I think this is like where the Recomp movie ended. I think next week is going to be like new for everyone.
Fresh stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I never saw the Recomp movie because I was like, I just kind of want to go in totally fresh. But it's fun being on the same page with everyone now. And it's just like, I really missed just a brand new Gundam show. And like, no one knows what's going to happen. Everyone is all sort of like speculating and theorizing together. Mm-hmm. It's like when a new FromSoft game comes out.
Yeah, it is.
Truly, this is the Dark Souls of anime.
Truly, this is God. Well, speaking of stuff that's coming out weekly, like, if I said this before, but like if Steel Ball Run ends up, if Netflix gets the distro rights, I'm going to end up.
If they don't fuck it horrifically,
like if Netflix gets the distribution rights, like hopefully they do something. They upload weekly because like Netflix is not completely adverse to doing weekly releases. Like
I feel like they've gotten a lot better about it.
Right, because Stone Ocean was just like 3 mega drops, and it's okay,
God, I don't so bad.
Yeah, I need like the thing is, I needed my Dungeon Meshi Mondays. I needed my Dandadan Thursdays. I like Netflix. Mm-hmm. You better do right on this. I do not want a bingeable Steel Ball Run.
No. Hey, and Dandadan's coming back in July.
Right? It's crazy they're calling it season 2.
Yeah, it's like, all right, this is episode 13. Let's slow down a little bit.
Right. Like there are seasons of anime that were both a season and a cour. Like for example, My Hero Academia. The first season was also just 1 cour long. But like not Jujutsu Kaisen, sorry. Dandadan left off in the middle of an arc on a major mid-arc cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. This is a cour. This is a mid-cour. I'm getting hung up on terminology that doesn't really fucking matter in the long run, but it's like,
that's what podcasting's about.
So podcasting, God, I missed having an avenue to just talk about this bullshit. I haven't recorded a podcast since when was the last Special Grade Snacks?
Been a bit.
It has been a bit. When was the last Special Grade Snacks?
My app says January 14th,
January 2024. Oh my God, I haven't done a podcast in over a year. That's crazy. Listen, if you're listening to this and you want me on your podcast, let me know. I kind of missed the game. I've been thinking about spinning one of my projects back up, but there's a lot going on. I'm a busy.
You want to guest on the new Yu-Gi-Oh series when you start this summer?
Fuck it, yeah. What series is it now?
We're gonna watch Zayal or Zexal if you prefer.
Let me look at the protagonist from Zexal to see what he looks like.
You shouldn't.
I am.
This kid is a head almost as round as Machu.
Wow. Yeah, that's a
similar hair color too. Yeah, I don't care for this one. I don't know. I know fuck all about it. Like 5Ds, all I knew was like card games on motorcycle, but this is even less.
So this is the 4th Yu-Gi-Oh series you've done now?
This will be the 4th we're starting, yeah.
Congratulations. That's crazy.
We've been doing this shit since fucking June of 2018.
Oh my God, you've been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh for 7 Christian years.
It's crazy.
Sign me the fuck up. I will talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. I have a friend who's very into Yu-Gi-Oh. I will talk to it about it. I'll get the info.
Hell yeah. That's about all I have for this episode though.
Yeah.
We said a lot that kind of boils down to I like it.
Yeah. I've got a minor behind the voice actors segment here.
Oh, fucking yeah, let's go hit it.
It's literally just one guy, but it's the guy who voiced Jezzy is Yukitoshi Tokumoto, also voiced Pakul in Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, all right.
And that's really the only notable name that I'm seeing on his resume.
It looks like he was that weird crab thing from One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, he was in like an episode of One Punch Man.
He's like from the. I think he's from like Saitama's backstory.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was like the first guy that Saitama beat down.
Oh, he was one of the was he like the secret police from Death Note? I vaguely recognize.
He was Lindell Taylor. He was the guy.
Oh, you did say that. That's right.
Yeah. Who is voicing Shuji? Who is voicing Shuji? I need to find out if this special boy has been anybody that I care about.
Shuji is voiced by.
He's Goshiki from Haikyuu.
Okay,
that's pretty funny.
Tsuchiya. Damn, this is a bigger one. Oh, he was Oboro in Monster Hunter Rise. That one's for me.
Who's voicing Chalia Bull? Who is this? Shinji Kawada.
That's a good question.
That is a name with a lot of credits. He's Shuro from Dungeon Meshi.
Good.
Evil Tofu Spirit from Mob Psycho 100.
I've never actually seen the sub of Dungeon Meshi because I watched it with my wife who, only watched it. Oh, wait, he was Rove from Monster Hunter Wilds. That's really funny. Basically, he's like if a minion was really eloquent.
That's very funny. He was Shino in every time that he showed up in Naruto.
Oh, man. I really like Shino insofar as, like, he's a Kishimoto character.
Yeah.
But he's fun to me.
Yeah. He's a Bugs guy. Of course you like him.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I got.
Fuck yeah. Well, I do have one more question for you, Rook.
Uh-oh.
What's the robot of the week?
Robot of the week? Fuck. I almost want to give it to Hypebeast Haro, but, Robot of the week. I'm actually going to go out of... Okay, I got to branch out of Gundam here. I got to shout out to my boy V2 from Ultra Kill. That's the Robot of the week.
Oh, that's like the one on the cover, right?
No, that's V1. V2 is the red robot from Ultra Kill. I will send you a gif of him. I fucking love this guy. Yeah. Here, this is him.
Oh yeah, I've seen this guy. I like his cool wings.
Yeah. He was my Discord avatar for a while. I have feelings for him.
Okay, that might be where I recognize that.
Yeah.
Very nice. I don't know if I could really swing Ultra Kill. It's like
I've tried. I like it a lot. The soundtrack's incredible, but oh my god, it hurts my wrist really bad.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I'm 30 or 40 years old and I don't know if I can play a game.
Like if I was 5 years younger, I could possibly hang, but like I don't have a lot of like shooter like muscle memory in my DNA. Like all I've got 100 or 50 hours of TF2 and that's about it, which does not really lend itself to like something like Ultra Kill terribly well.
Right. Oh well. Respect to V2.
Respect to V2.
Like to see it.
Second place to Hypebeast Haro.
That's right. Yeah. Always in second place.
Yeah.
Goes without saying. Well, as we're wrapping up, where can we find you on the internet?
sunhatagenya.bsky.social or chiesatsunakas.tumblr.com. That's about it. You can find me posting on Discord.
But yeah. I'm Max. I'm on everywhere at Maxi Bajillion. My other shows. Well, I was going to say Welcome Robot. No.
That's this one.
Pod Agreed about Yu-Gi-Oh! Never mind the Trollocs about Amazon's Wheel of Time and Slappers only about video game music. Those last two are on hiatus, but they'll be back one day. This show as a whole has been Wow Cool Robot. You can find us at wowcoolrobot.bluesky. Maybe it's Wow Cool Podcast at bluesky.social. I think it's that. It's linked in the episode regardless. Join our Discord. Come hang out. As you certainly know, just by listening, we're doing a different guest every episode of GQuuuuuuX. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll be able to get more. We'll be able to finish the Origin pretty soon and move on to more series.
Yeah.
Gundam is forever. I'll never
Gundam is forever.
Thing.
Oppa Gundam style.
Oppa Gundam style. And as we always say to close it out, war is bad.
But wow, cool robot.
Fuck yeah. See you on my Tuesday.
Bye-bye.